I want to sleep in with no interruption. Did you get that I was passionate about that? Hey everyone, welcome to Stuff Moms Have Time For. My name's Rebecca and today's video is going to be on 10 absolutely free things that mothers want for Mother's Day. So this video was actually inspired by my husband, who asked me last night what I would like to do for Mother's Day, which then escalated very quickly into a comedy about all of the things that I would like to do. And then I realized that every single thing that I mentioned was completely free. So I am gonna go over my top 10 things that moms really want for Mother's Day. All right, so the first one is probably very obvious, but it was absolutely the first thing that came to my mind. And every time I think of Mother's Day, this is the one thing I want, and that is to sleep in. To actually sleep in, like no designated time to wake up, no crying or banging at the door, like a sound machine to allow me to not hear the background noise, blackout curtains. And I feel like even though my kids are now 5 and 2 and they sleep really well, I feel like sleep deprivation is cumulative, and I have no scientific proof to back that up. But I feel like I'm still recovering from the months and months and months of sleep deprivation that happened years ago, and my body still is like, nope, not enough. So I do highly recommend that even if you can't give your wife a sleep in on actual Mother's Day, pick a day where you can do it and it works for your schedule, and let your wife sleep in. Number 2, so this is something I also think about often, because I never, ever, unless my children are not physically with me, get to go to the bathroom alone.
Mama.
You found me. Like, I'm not talking going in the bathroom and staying there for like 2 hours with the door closed. I'm just talking about having some common privacy just for Mother's Day. So I've already instructed my husband that he has to thwart any attempts for children to join me in the bathroom on Mother's Day. Now, the third thing that I love for Mother's Day, and that is to take pictures of me with the kids. I am constantly looking back at photos, and I have hundreds of pictures of my children. I have pictures of my parents with my children. I have pictures of my husband with my children, but I hardly have any pictures of me with my children. And it's one of those things where I miss having those photos to look back at. So I constantly ask my husband, just don't forget, like if I'm doing something and it's cute, like take your phone out, take a picture of me and the kids. Now, I have used Shutterfly in the past. This is not a sponsored video, but I like to order like Christmas ornaments about like with the Christmas kids pictures and things like that. But I always see coupon codes for absolutely free photo books. They're small ones, but I feel like that would be an amazing free gift to take pictures of your spouse with the children and then actually give photos in a photo book. That's something that you can hold on to and actually look back at, you know, years from now and enjoy that photo book, because I love having pictures of my family around. I would just like to be in more of them. Number 4 is going to be a bath. It's a luxury that I enjoy and love, with a nice bath bomb and some relaxing music, maybe a glass of wine, you know, just to unwind for 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you. Good job. Oh, it's still on there, huh? I'll get the rest, it's okay.
You did that.
Yeah, you did a good job though. Giving the option of having a little bit of spa time during Mother's Day might be really nice. Now, the next one, actually, I hadn't thought of before this year. I feel like I'm cleaning all the time. Like, my 2-year-old is a menace. She takes glue sticks and tries to glue things to my walls. She takes lotion and tries to paint my walls with them. She likes to throw blueberries all over the place and then step on them for fun and laugh. So I clean constantly. So I feel like for number 5, the gift that you could give a mom for Mother's Day is to find a space in their house that they've been avoiding cleaning or that's always messy, and clean it and organize it for them. And it would be such a nice gesture of, you know, doing something for either your mother or your spouse, going in and cleaning something so they don't have to do it.
That's a mop everywhere.
Yep. Thanks.
I'm helping you. I'm a big helper.
You are my biggest helper. I'll link all of the ideas that I have below in case you're interested, but I think I've lost count. I think we're on number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on number 6. Number 6 that you can do for any mom for Mother's Day that she will appreciate is to cook a meal for her. Whether it is breakfast or lunch or dinner, to just take cooking out of the day, make it so she doesn't have to do it. And I love the idea of breakfast in bed, but the cooking in my scenario and in my dream world also comes with the cleaning. If you're gonna cook for a mom, it has to include cleanup. Otherwise, you should probably just go out to a restaurant. Number 7 is going to sound slightly strange, but that is at some point during Mother's Day weekend, say you can pick a store, go to whatever store you want to. I feel like most mothers are gonna choose going to Target alone because it's like euphoria. It's sweet, sweet euphoria when you get to go to Target alone. Like all the things that I always pass because I'm in a rush. Now I can, you know, I said that they were free gift ideas because if you send your wife out to Target, you're done. Number 8 is actually something that may sound quite silly, but let the mom in your life have the remote control. She gets to pick what you're watching. If you're anything like my family, most nights my husband has a remote control. We talk about what we're gonna watch, and then we decide what we're gonna do. But if there's a sporting event on, or we're both kind of just vegging out and doing our own things, he pretty much always has a remote control. And every once in a while, I'll just be like, I'm gonna watch this. But most often, he has the remote control. So what I would say is, give the mom in your life the remote control. So I know that all of you guys are gonna be watching Game of Thrones, right? Okay? Number 9, husbands, get your kids and be creative, make a craft. Because out of all the gifts that I usually get for holidays or birthday or whatever, usually my favorite are the ones that are made by the kids or having them use their imagination to make something. So last year, I actually have this on my nightstand right now. I had a little hand jewelry dish made by my daughter Tabitha, who was 4 at the time, and I absolutely love this. I have it at my bedside. I keep little rings in it, and it always will remind me like of how tiny her hand was when she was 4 years old, and I adore it. And as silly as it is, I'd probably cry if it broke over even more expensive things. And then for Easter, my daughter painted me this beautiful little vase and then put a plant in it. And I also have that at my bedside. So handmade things that don't take a lot of effort to make but are made by your kids, they're totally gifts that moms really do want for Mother's Day. So number 10 is more for the sake of comedy, but if you're a mom, you will 100% know exactly what I'm talking about. My children will not eat certain things, but the second they see me take a fork and put it to my mouth, they need to have it. Now my husband usually avoids having the kids take food off of his plate by just smothering it in hot sauce so they don't want it, but a great idea for Mother's Day is to try, spouses, to attempt to let your kids not take food off of their mom's plates. You might not be very lucky with that one. We'll see. So I made this video as just fun suggestions of like the top 10 things that I would like for Mother's Day, but most of all, I'm so excited to spend time with my family and hopefully be well rested. I think the sleeping in is the only thing that I'm actually going to really request. So thank you guys for watching this video. It's totally free ideas to try. Your spouse will probably appreciate them a lot if you do. I'm gonna leave a link in the description about how to make a free Mother's Day coupon book. But when you give this Mother's Day coupon book to your spouse, think long and hard about what you'd actually put on those coupons, and they are real. Once you give them to her, if she gives you that coupon, you have to follow through. So decide whether or not you want to take that risk. I hope this video was helpful and at least slightly amusing. I hope all you moms out there have an amazing Mother's Day, and I will see you guys next time.